Now that the relationship is over, how do you detach? In this video, I'm going to share with you how to do that, how to choose yourself, even when no one else does. I think detachment in its essence means that we stop being entangled or preoccupied or obsessed about something or someone. We stop thinking about them all the time. We no longer have strong feelings towards this thing or this person. So our time and our energy is not consumed by this person. I understand that the end of the relationship is something extremely difficult, especially if you are someone who has an anxious attachment style. This is particularly painful for us because we have fear of abandonment, because we base our self-worth on being in love and being in a relationship with someone else. So the end of a relationship to us, it means that our biggest fear have become a reality. The other challenge about detaching, especially for women who have an anxious attachment style, is that when we are in a relationship, we are preoccupied with it. We think about him, we feel so much for him, we think every little detail of the conversations, interactions, experiences, and we lose ourselves in the relationship. So when it's time to let go, then it becomes difficult for us to unlearn all of these patterns of thinking and feeling that we have developed during the relationship time. But that's not the only problem. The other problem is that early childhood, we learned how to associate to others. And the patterns that we have developed over time, they were not healthy ones. They were not ones that serve us. We learned to prioritize other people over ourselves. We learned not to express our needs. We learned to become people pleasers because we don't want to annoy anyone. We do all of these things in an effort to maintain this connection and to maintain this presence of the person, of this attachment figure who we think that this is the source of safety and support for us. Now, this is the thinking and feeling and behavior of someone who is a little girl. So now that we become adults, now it's time to learn something new. And personally, I had to learn this the hard way. I'm here to tell you, being thirsty in a relationship is going to get you nowhere. It's going to get you in the wrong relationship with the wrong guy every single time. You will keep repeating these relationship patterns until you know how to break this cycle, this unhealthy cycle of falling in for the wrong person. The first step in this whole detachment process is to learn how to choose yourself. It's to learn how to prioritize yourself, your safety, and your well-being over anyone else. There is no relationship in this world that is more important than the relationship you're going to have with yourself. I'm here to tell you, you need to find a way to give yourself the safety and the support that you are longing and wanting so much to get from this person. Because until you learn how to satisfy your own thirst, you cannot be in a healthy relationship. Because what will happen is that you will keep creating this familiar cycle because this is all your psyche knows. So detachment after breakup means you choosing yourself. It means you not chasing, not going after him. If he chose to end the relationship, so be it. Let him go. He's not the person for you. Establish no contact. Focus all your time and energy on yourself. How do you break this cycle? You learn to choose and to prioritize yourself, your safety, and your well-being over anything else. When you detach, when you are no longer with this person physically, when you learn how to create new patterns of thinking and feeling, you are giving yourself the space for your nervous system to regulate, to calm down, so it's not in an anxious fight or flight mode anymore. The other thing that happens during detachment is that you gain the clarity that you would never gain when you were in the relationship with that person, because we get clarity through distance. When we are far away from the situation, from the relationship, when our feelings are no longer entangled with this person, we can see things clearly. We start to become conscious of all the blind points that we have missed before. We start to be able to recognize the patterns, to realize what we were doing wrong, and to see the relationship objectively. I'm telling you, it's amazing how things are going to look different when you are in a calmer state, when you are no longer worried about, okay, what can I do? How can I convince and persuade this person to get him to be in a relationship with me? When you are no longer preoccupied with the relationship, you can sit back and pinpoint every single one of the mistakes that you did before. And I'm here to tell you that the end of a relationship, heartbreak, it's the best time for you to rebuild yourself. The reason is because we are motivated by pain more than we are motivated by anything else in this life. So when you start to associate being in the wrong relationship with the wrong kind of guy to pain, and when you start to work on yourself to recognize, okay, what does a healthy relationship look like? You change the way that you associate with yourself, the way you appreciate yourself, the way you respect yourself. All of this happens when we are in detachment mode. We are no longer chasing this person, treating them like a celebrity, like a superstar, and looking at ourselves only as a fan who has to constantly run after this person to get them to be in a relationship with. And the last thing that I want you to remember is this: no one has respect for someone who chases. I'm here to tell you, self-respect, respect is way more important than love. The day we start to prioritize being respected over being loved is the day we realize how valuable we are. It's the day we choose ourselves regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the company that we have in this life. My message to you today is, if you are going through heartbreak, great, fantastic. I know it's painful, but believe me, you are going to appreciate this pain so much more. In a few weeks, a few months, you're going to be more grateful for it than you could ever imagine. So just take the time, focus on yourself, let your energy come back to yourself, do the work on you, and let me know in the comments below if you find any of this useful. Take care of yourself, be kind to you, and I'll catch you up in our next video.